Before the videos about 2 days ago, I hadn't uploaded a video in about 4 days because I went on holiday. I went to Yorkshire, went to York, and it was actually quite good, so I thought I'd do a little video about the holiday because it was just quite entertaining. One of the things we did was we went to Sutton Bank. Now Sutton Bank, mainly the appeal for me was that it shares a name with my surname. Not that it's a big cliff with beautiful views, but because it's called Sutton. And so that was a big attraction for me. But no, Sutton Bank isn't that interesting. For my whole life, I have been frightened of unenclosed heights. Not just heights in general. If there's a railing or a barrier, I'm fine. But if it's unenclosed, if there is just a big drop, I am frightened. And this is what it was. Sutton Bank is a big cliff. And it's about 2 miles long. And when you get there, you can see, you look down on this big chalk horse. It's the biggest chalk picture in England, maybe in the world. And it's a rubbish view. If you're looking at it from a really long way away, on the other side of Sutton Bank, you know, from a few miles away, you can see this beautifully made horse in chalk in the side of a cliff, and you're like, that's quite impressive. If you're standing 2 feet away from the top of it, looking down, and all you can see is just a bank of stones, chalk stones or whatever, it's not as impressive and it's not as good, and you had to walk 2 miles to get there. That pissed me off. I'm also not a big walker, so that was annoying. But on the upside, no, there wasn't an upside. There wasn't an upside. This is what it looked like, bearing in mind that I am scared of heights. But yeah, that was rubbish. Another thing we did was we went to a theme park called Lightwater Valley. There was one place called Flamingo Land, and there was another called Lightwater Valley. Lightwater Valley is very unknown generally, and Flamingo Land is huge, and it's advertised a lot on the Yorkshire TV and stuff, and lots of people go there. Lightwater Valley is nigh unheard of, and it's much cheaper, so we decided to go there. And it was actually great fun. There was a big thing called the Eagle Claw, and basically what that was is it was a circle of 6 lots of seats, 6 lots of 4 seats in a circle on an arm, and you would spin slowly and it would pendulum, and so that was fun. When you're at the top, you're like, oh, that's awful, and I remembered why I'm afraid of heights again. But no, it was great fun, and once you come off, you're like, okay, I was scared when I was on there, but it was great fun, and that's what a lot of rides are like. I've never bought a ride photo before in my life because they never seem worth it, because usually I'm like, and that's just what I look like in the photo. I don't need a photo of that. I know what I look like. But this year at Lightwater Valley, I bought a photo. I have it in a little sleeve here. I'll just take it out quickly because it was funny. I mean, my face in this isn't particularly amusing, as you can see. Yeah, it's just a bit retarded. But then next to me on the ride is my little brother, Will. The one who in one of my other videos is the dancing one. Yeah, that's it. Look at him. Just look at him. Will has a habit of doing embarrassing things like that, but I don't mind because it's funny, and I thought that was well worth a £5, so I spent £5 on that, and that was good. I'm going to put that on my wall at some point because it's just hilarious. I really like it. As we were going, actually, on that ride, because it starts off very slowly, and as we started going off, the queue is right next to you, and some girl about Will's age held out her hand and went, high five! I was closest, so she was expecting me to high five her. I went, nah, you're alright. Just like that, I just went, nah, you're alright. She looked a little bit despondent after that, but Will, thinking, oh no, that's bad, tried to lean across me, bearing in mind we had barriers pressing against our chests and stuff, and we were very tight inside it. Yeah. He tried to lean across and high five her. That didn't end well, basically. He got shouted at a little bit. Yeah, I shouted at him for that, because he endangered us, basically. What I've noticed with Premier Inns, this isn't about the holiday, this is just our accommodation. What I've noticed about Premier Inns is that they all look exactly the same. In The World's End, the new Simon Pegg and Nick Frost film that I told you about, they go into 2 pubs at the beginning, and they go into one, and then when they go into the second one, the interior looks exactly the same as the first one, and it's a funny moment, and everybody laughs. That's what Premier Inns are like. You go into a Premier Inn and you're like, I have been in this Premier Inn room before. The beds are laid out exactly the same. They have the same kind of fan, the same kind of lamps, everything is exactly the same. There was a painting on our wall of flowers, just 2 flowers, a big one and a little one. I hadn't examined it the last time I went to a Premier Inn. That had been there, and I hadn't examined it. I just gone, oh, there's a painting on the wall. It's not a painting, it's printed onto a canvas, which is disappointing. But I noticed that when I went into the Premier Inn this time, and the exact same painting was on the wall. It's like they can't even put different paintings up. That just, I don't know, I'm confused by that. But lots of people, when they go on holidays, buy very holiday things. They buy postcards or things relating to the place where they've gone. I don't. Apart from the photo, I bought nothing that was even vaguely holiday related. I bought this book by Stephen King called Insomnia. I also bought DVDs. I bought Jack Reacher, Final Destination, which is actually a really good film. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. The Bulletproof Monk, again, which I watched a really long time ago and is really good. And 8 Mile, which is that film with Eminem in it. Eminem in it is very difficult to say, actually. Eminem in it. Gonna stop. But yes, that's what I did on my holiday. Bye!